Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, I'm back after a long time once again. I can't even describe to you guys how much I've missed you guys. Oh my goodness, it just feels so great to be back and do this reading, do general readings for you guys. As some of you know, my father is not doing that well at the moment, so I have to take good care of him and it's still going on, so yeah, hopefully he will get better soon, but for now that's just how it is. However, I just can't wait, it has almost been 2 weeks and it's just like, how is that possible? How is it possible that I haven't recorded a reading for you guys in 2 weeks? Like, oh my goodness. Anyways, so I'm back now. And yeah, I thought I would come back with a beautiful and soothing reading for you guys. And today it's all about who's your soulmate? Who's your next romantic soulmate, to be more specific? Now, let me zoom a little bit in, my dear. And as you can see, as always, I have 3 pals that you can choose from. And today it's only cards, no crystals. So this is pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is going to be pal 3. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comments section. And if you're interested or you're curious when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see who is your next romantic soulmate. I just want to dive in directly. I just can't wait, you guys. I just feel like so hungry to do general readings. It's just so great. I've missed this. Like, you can't even believe how much I've missed recording these general readings. So, for my dear pile 1, let's start straight away. Who is your next romantic soulmate? Ooh, okay. Ooh. So we have 2 cards coming through. The first card is the 7 of Pentacles. The second card is the Devil. Let's see what this is all about. All right. For my dear pile 1, who is your next romantic soulmate? The 9 of Swords. For my dear pile 1, who is your next romantic soulmate? Let's see, my dear. We got the 2 of Pentacles. All right. The 6 of Swords. The 5 of Cups. The Star. And the 2 of Cups. All right. Let's see what we have at the back. Ooh, the Tower. What is happening here? The energies are crazy in this pile. Crazy, crazy. But please give me a moment, okay? Please let me see how I should start. Okay. All right. So, for my dear pile 1, let's see who your next significant soulmate, your next romantic soulmate is, okay? We're talking about romance here. So first of all, what I would like to say is that this is for sure someone who's like well experienced, okay? This person has seen the world. They have experienced a lot, the good and the ugly, especially the ugly, because that was actually what has made them grow the most, okay? Like with the devil, with the tower, I feel like this person has had a quite share of tower moments. They have seen quite a lot. This person has been in different circles, and as an example, I feel like this person is very knowledgeable because of these experiences. So as a quick example, let's just take the devil card. The devil card for me is coming through here with with the archetype. It's kind of like embodying people who have this devilish energy. Okay, that is what this card is giving me right now. And I really feel like this person has encountered people who have fit this criteria. People have been very toxic and not a good influence. People who may have even influenced this person in a very bad way. They may have held them back, maybe even a little bit abusive. Just very negative energies. And this person has met and been with these people. Now, why is this coming through? Because first of all, what I'm seeing here for you, my dear pal, one is that the great emphasize, when it comes to your pile is the development and the growth that your next significant romantic soulmate has done. And what I'm seeing is that through, first of all, those devilish, I'm just gonna call them people, okay, that they have or came across, they have been now, or they are now, better to say, very good at reading people. This person has had their or good share of experiences with narcissists or toxic people, in different shape and forms, really. So when they meet someone now, they're really good at determining or at reading someone. These are the skills that this person has grown through those experiences. Now, this is only the skill that they have grown through being involved with these kind of people, okay? And at the same time, it's kind of also a protective mechanism, okay? So very naturally, I feel like when this person, gets to know someone, throughout the first few interactions, they're very good at reading someone, seeing whether the person who is coming off a certain way is really a certain way. Because even though someone is smiling and coming off as charming, that doesn't mean that within themselves there is a complete other world, right? They're just pretending to be like that. And I feel like this person has been with people who have pretended a lot, right? So this is not the kind of person who falls into a trap, because they have in the past and they have learned from those experiences, okay? That's how I would describe it. And so this is someone who's really good at reading energies, okay? Not only seeing the physical expression, but really tuning into the energies. So maybe sometimes they come across someone who everyone gets along very well, someone who seems to be very genuine and so on, but this person has a complete different impression of them because they are getting other like vibes. And they definitely stick by that. It's just kind of like wisdom that they have gathered throughout their lifetime. And this person doesn't necessarily even have to be old. When we talk about experiences or being experienced, like someone young can also have experienced a lot in a very short period of time. So this doesn't have to be somewhere older necessarily, right? So coming back, what I'm seeing here is that this is just generally speaking someone who doesn't get manipulated. As an example, let's just say people get influenced through, let's say, a pretty face or some kind of a charm. They see through it. I mean, if it's genuine, then hey, that's beautiful, right? That's great to meet people who have these energies. But if it's not genuine, they will know. I feel people can't deceive them. No, they can't. And the reason for that is really, yeah, look at that. Exactly. Ten of Swords and the Tower. The reason for that is because this person has seen it all, you know? They understand that, yes, of course, I mean, there is so much beauty to experience, but sometimes we may also experience stuff that teaches us more about life, you know? And I feel like this is something maybe this person says, that their biggest lessons in life came through the biggest nightmares, okay? Because they were forced to push their boundaries, they were forced to go beyond. Yeah, and maybe even leave their comfort zone, right? But that's where the most growth happens. All right, so that's the first thing I'm seeing now. Let's continue from there. So, now, why have I said at the beginning of the reading that this reading is all about growth? Because this is what this person has done. Besides going, okay, through the devil energy, through the tower energy, what happened? The Ten of Swords. It came to an ending. These energies came to an ending. Yes, it was not a great ending, but they closed that chapter of their life. And the Star card is actually a great indicator of that. Because as much harsh energy is here, the Star card is one of the most gentle cards in the tarot for me. It's a very soft energy. And besides that, it's also a card which signifies healing, right? And just brings back the hope, very simply said. And I really feel like this is who they are. You know, like, I don't know if you guys know this quote, but it goes something like, the saddest people smile the brightest, the most damaged people are the wisest, you know? This is kind of who they are. The reason why they are such a beautiful energy, I really feel like taking the Star card and putting it in the middle, because this is the archetype which is embodying this person, okay? Embodying your next soulmate. Although they have gone through these dark energies, what happened was they became the star. Now, what needs to happen so we can look at beautiful stars? We need the darkness, right? Because without the darkness or without the night sky, we won't be able to see the shining stars. And that's exactly what happened. The darkness was needed for this person so they can become the star that they are. And it takes a lot of reflection to be at this place, because very often people have a very often people have a tough time with seeing anything good in what evil has happened to them, right? And of course, that's totally understandable. What this person has done is they acknowledge the darkness that they've experienced, but they want to create something beautiful out of it. Because at least we can create something that we can be proud of, you know? If we have to go through so much pain, at least we can create a reason for all of it. And that's what this person has done, at least. And they have become the star that shines brighter than ever, because the night sky has been the darkest. And this person can be very, very proud of themselves, because especially because they are the Star card for me here. The Star card is, once again, a very gentle card. It's not heavy at all, or at least not in this energy that I'm stepping into. You know, it's almost like there is the darkness, but then the star is in between. And as we once again know, the darker the sky, the more shinier stars, right? So I feel like this person in general, they're actually an optimist. And yes, they are careful, which they should be, or they have the right to do so. You know, they have free will. They can be however they want to be. They are careful so they don't find themselves in these kind of energies again, so they don't get stuck again. However, that doesn't mean that they want to live a bitter life, or that doesn't mean that they want their heart to turn into ice, right? This is not who they are. And in fact, I feel like this person has come to the conclusion, or they've learned that love is one of the most healing things we can have in life. And I feel like love was also what really pushed this person through these experiences. First of all, I'm seeing self-love, okay? Being aware of the fact that they deserve better people than those devilish people, right? And also having an optimistic approach to life. So yes, maybe they were stuck in the darkness, they were stuck in the tower falling, but they knew that they could find a way out, and they did. And I feel like this person for a lot of people could be even a role model, or could be someone who brings people a lot of hope. People could literally also approach this person and ask for advice, or I feel like this person always knows what to say to make people feel hopeful. Okay? And that's actually such a beautiful energy. Like, how is it possible for someone who hasn't had it easy in life to be so in love with life? You know, that's exactly what I'm seeing. The darkness has not made them disappointed with what life has much more to offer, you know? And speaking of that, I feel like this is someone who loves to experience a lot of things, you know? This person could be someone who travels multiple times a year, as an example, because they want to take advantage of that. You know, they want to see, to go on those adventures, okay? I feel like it really makes them feel alive, and it gives them this burst of energy. Because yes, this person has come across narcissists, but that doesn't mean they don't like to be social, or they don't like to be interactive with people. I feel like this is actually a very social person. And they love to do that. They love to connect. This could be someone who has a lot of different friends around the world or in different places, right? But of course, once again, they make sure that the negative energy is at a arm length, okay? So that's very important. And that shows that this person has learned from those experiences, but they have closed this chapter. So it's not influencing them negatively anymore. It's just a lesson that has taught them better. And that's very important. I feel like actually one thing that this person very desires is love. And I feel like when this person doesn't have love in their life, they definitely feel like something is missing. It's not like this person doesn't give themselves the love they deserve. No, they are already doing the thing, okay? They are already giving themselves the love that a person should do, okay? A very healthy self-love. But at the same time, they also want to experience romantic love, which they have the right to do so, right? Everyone deserves that, and it comes out of their free will. So I really feel like this person is actively looking for love right now. This could also be you, okay? Because I'm seeing two people here, so maybe you are embodying this energy as well. But I feel like this person has been quite patient because they have learned to be patient in life, right? They have learned to wait. They know that sometimes good things take time. And I really feel like they are really, really good at it. Like, this is really something I'm receiving here. So if this person has to be single for quite some time, it's okay with them because they know something great is coming their way and they don't want to settle for anything less than they deserve because they've been there, okay? Done that, been there. Never again. This may be something they say. I would like to get more information regarding your person here. Let's see, for my dear pile 1. For my dear pile 1. Oh, okay, 1 card fell. Look at that. Okay, first of all, no, you are loved. I feel like this is really, okay, the confirmation of what I've talked about. This is where this person gets their power, where their strength comes from. It's love. Self-love. Also love for people we care about, right? Our loved ones. For a parent. For maybe a sibling. For friends. They have gone through some tough times and they have realized that at the end of the day, what really matters is the love we have in our hearts and the love we share with others. Yeah, and I really feel like even though this person may be single or they may not have someone in their life as an example, that doesn't mean they don't have love. They do have love. It comes from the inside. But still, they also desire love from the outside, in the form of a partner. Of course, they may get love from their parents or friends, right? But I mean, like, romantically speaking, that's what they desire. And maybe you are, I really feel like you are mirroring this energy. Maybe you are feeling this desire as well. The second card, my dear pal 1, that we got is reflect on your priorities. Yeah, reflect is a great word. I feel like this is the reflection master person that just, they've done a lot of reflection over and over again. Reflected on the people they have in their life, their circumstances. They did a lot of transformation. This person has gone through a lot of changes. This is definitely someone who doesn't feel uneasy anymore when it comes to changes, because they know that sometimes we need to move things around to come further in life. And this is really how they live by, I feel like. This is just in general someone who you can learn a lot from. Like, they have a lot of wisdom to share. Look at that. I can't. And we have lighten up right with the star card. Now, the star card for me is the light 'em up card, okay? Because, I mean, while talking, I have used the metaphor of darkness quite a lot, right? And then we have light being emphasized here. And this is who they are. This is such a beautiful energy, my dear Padawan. Like, I am mesmerized, and I feel like you will be too. You will be too when you get to know this person even more, especially when you get to know where this person comes from, what they've experienced. This person shares their light, and nothing can take it away from them. Not the energies that they have encountered in the past, and definitely not what will happen in the future. Because they know who they are. They are love. And they are the star. And no amount of darkness can take it away. In fact, the more dark it is, the more beautiful the star becomes. So I feel like this will be someone who may also support you on your darkest times, okay? Or in your darkest times. And I don't know why I heard alchemist. Not necessarily that this person is an alchemist, but it reminds me a little bit of one. In the sense that an alchemist can turn things over. You know, they can take something and make something else out of it, okay? It's kind of like this person can take the darkness and turn it into light. That's definitely a very beautiful energy. Yeah. I feel like it's actually literally a blessing to have these kind of people in our life, because they give so much. But of course, we should also give them just as equal, right? Just as much as they give, we should also make sure they receive as well. Yeah. So, my dear pile one, this is all I have for you. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. This energy is just beautiful. I know I've not recorded pile 2 and pile 3 yet, but this is definitely like one of the most beautiful readings. Yes, there was a lot of heavy energy in it, but it's really all about what you make out of it. And what this person has made out of it is just mind-blowing. So yeah, if there's something you would like to share, definitely feel free to do so. Also, my dear, I invite you to like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get a notification when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, in which I am becoming more active and I'm very proud of it, you can also go there, and yeah, I invite you. So yeah, my dear Padawan, I am sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear Padawan, take care, my love. Hey Palchu, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see who's your next significant romantic soulmate. Now, my dear, I would like to start straight away. It's so great to be back. It fills me with great joy, for sure. So for my dear and beautiful Palchu, who's your next romantic soulmate? Okay. The first card we have is the Two of Wands. We have the Death card. The Nine of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. the Three of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and one last card. All right, and we have the Four of Swords. Now at the back of the deck, we got the Wheel card. Now let's see, for my dear pile 2, who is your next significant romantic soulmate? So I would like to start with the first message that I heard, which was, this is someone who's really good at being alone. This is someone who's extremely independent, okay? And I'm talking here, first of all, emotionally. So that doesn't mean that they're cold or anything. No, that's not what I mean. But like, their happiness or their fulfillment is not codependent on someone else, which is something very healthy. They acknowledge self-responsibility. They acknowledge that it starts with them. Yes, of course, they want to be surrounded by great people. They want to connect with people who they have great connections with, and yeah, who bring them a lot of joy and happiness. But they acknowledge that it first starts with them, that happiness is not someone else's responsibility, that it's not someone else's task to make them happy, but it's their own. And yeah, that's the first thing I'm seeing here. You know, I feel like this person may even every now and then take a few days off, or, you know, take some time for themselves, go to a beautiful place, maybe even taking a trip. If they can't go on a trip, then they may also just, you know, go into nature, let's say, or to a little bit an isolated place. I feel like this person loves to really recharge, you know, like for them recharging definitely means to take some time for themselves alone. This is not someone who will be codependent in a relationship emotionally, for sure. This is also someone who, you know, in relationships definitely gives their partner a lot of space, because they need that space as well for themselves, you know. So for people who may at times feel like they are trapped somehow in a relationship, or they don't want to have someone who is glued to them, okay, this is not the kind of person. Like, respect for them is definitely very, very important, and that also means to give each other space that is needed, you know. And that doesn't mean that this person loves you less, you know, because they may want to take a few times or a few hours, let's say, to read a book alone somewhere in nature or do something. That doesn't mean they care less about you. Absolutely not. It actually means the complete opposite. They need to recharge so, you know, they can be at their best for other people, so they can do their best for others. But of course, it first starts with us. If we want to make this world a better place, you know, we first need to make the world within us better. So yeah, that's really something I'm seeing. Recharging is a big thing here. This person has learned that even if life is busy, or even if they have a lot to do with their work, they need to they need to take good care of themselves. The Four of Swords for me is really yeah, coming out here. I also feel like, my dear pal, too, that this person will teach you, or will make you also take good care of yourself. You know, maybe sometimes you also feel like you come short, or you only do, but there is not a lot of time to take care or pamper yourself, you know. Yeah, because sometimes, especially if we have tight schedules, we may feel like we can't afford to do something good for us, right? Or we can't take care of us for a few hours because maybe that will come in our way of being productive. We could maybe take those hours for something else, but that's unfortunately something that has been taught to us in this like obsessed world, with productivity and so on. It's almost like we need, or we have to feel bad to just take some time and just nurture ourselves or do nothing, and that's just such a bad thing, because we should not feel bad to pause for ourselves and for our well-being. And I feel like this person will teach you that it's very important, actually. And don't understand me wrong, I feel like this person is actually someone who's pretty busy. And because they are so busy, they understand the true value of rest, okay? So that's really something I'm seeing, first of all, and it doesn't make them uneasy to be single. It doesn't make them easy to be alone. I feel like this person actually thrives a lot when they are by themselves. Now, let's move on. Let's see what is more to know about this person. So first of all, I feel like as well, this is someone who's focused on the future. This is not someone who I feel like invests a lot of energy into their past, because at the end of the day, they know this energy has passed and there is not a lot we can do about it. Like, things happened, so it will be. And it's very important for them to make sure that their past doesn't influence their future negatively. I mean, if there are certain lessons, let's say, they can take from it, that's great. But they don't want to be stuck in this cycle and think that their past will repeat over and over again. This is a person who rejects, okay, to live in fear. And very often we associate past fears with our life. We're scared for them to come back, or we have those patterns, right, that we have programmed. And for this person, it's important to go beyond those programmings. I feel like this is someone who's very self-aware. Like, even if this person has certain thoughts coming their way, they acknowledge them as thoughts. They're not more than that. They become reality if we give them too much importance, and I feel like they refuse to do that. So this is someone who likes to plan things through. I feel like this is also someone who's very calculated, or someone who likes to see things practically. Someone who's a hard worker for sure. I feel like this person loves to do certain activities that needs to begin from scratch. Like, as an example, this person may like to start a project from the beginning. Like, as an example, that doesn't have to resonate with this person, and in fact I feel like it has nothing to do with them, but it's just the first example that came into my mind. Some people like to start sewing, right? Or sewing, is that the right pronunciation? I think sewing, right? Sewing clothes. They don't have to, they can just go and buy a finished product, but they love to start project from the beginning and create something out of it, right? There is this satisfaction from creating something from scratch, like literally, right? And I feel like this person has a very similar approach to things, not the sewing aspect. I feel like this was just an example, but it could be the case that this person likes to do manual stuff, maybe they like to build stuff with wood or with other things, you know. Maybe this is something that also has a like meditational effect on them. It could be someone who likes to grow their own food once again, or this being somehow else expressed, you know, but I just feel like they love to put their energy into things that grow. Because these could literally also be activities that they like to do, you know, so it makes them pause, it makes them be in the present moment. It's like meditation, as I already said. It's just very nurturing. So I feel like this person knows a lot of things, you know, how to build stuff, how to create stuff from the beginning. They may have a lot of different skills. That's definitely something I'm seeing. Having said that, this person is still a very social person. Now, just because this person likes to have their alone time and they really value it, okay? They see the potential in being alone and how precious this can be. Doesn't mean that they don't value to be around others. In fact, with the Three of Cups being here, this is definitely someone who likes to be social. Someone who likes to be surrounded by others, especially, of course, people who they love or people they care about, right? Especially these kind of people. I feel like this is not someone who likes to waste their time, okay? They don't like to waste their time regarding the past, and they absolutely don't like to waste their time with people who, yeah, who are just not for them. Now, that doesn't mean that this person thinks they're better than others. No, that is just simply the fact that they're just people who they match with and people who don't match with, right? And they don't like to entertain people who they feel like are not genuine, or people who may just as simply not be fit to their vibe, okay? Who may not be a match to them. I feel like this person has a group of people or friends that they really love, and they're okay with it, you know? I feel like this person may like to have three good friends than 50 friends who they may not even have deep talk with, right? Or deep conversations with. No. This is definitely someone who's looking for something more than just shallow things. And that's another thing. I feel like this person is absolutely not shallow. And I feel like this mentality that they have constantly gets expressed, you know? Through them starting things from the beginning, through them searching for deep connections. It's just that this is really someone who, when they start something, when they connect with someone, it has to be the real deal. And I feel like that's also why this person is so strong and so powerful, because they know what they want and they know who they are. If you know who you are, there is not a lot which can shake you. And I feel like this person hasn't always been that way, okay? With the Death card being here, there could be a time in which they have been completely different, but they have transformed. They've changed. And you know, very often people have this negative taste when it comes to change. I mean, just as an example, everyone may have heard someone telling them, you have changed. But sometimes this is not used in a positive connotation, but more so towards like something negative, kind of telling that someone has changed in not a good way. But actually change, or better to say transformation. I actually like the word transformation way better than change, because once again, with change, we may associate uncertainty or negative things. But with transformation, we also, or we almost always, or for the most part, better to say, associate growth. And that's what has happened with this person. They have grown and they have transformed. It is so interesting because in Pal 1 we also had this element of growth, but that's different from here. The energy feels different. But I feel like collectively speaking, we all have grown pretty much within the couple of like the past years, you know? I feel like everyone looking back like 1 year ago, okay, every one of us may think like, wow, there's something about us which has changed. It could be a mentality, it could be like a physical change, or maybe a circumstance, but it's just the overall energy, my dear. The energies are definitely getting momentum. I'm feeling it so much. The world is changing like so fast, and we're too. So yeah, that's just something I felt like saying. Because I felt like in both piles, the soulmates have transformed. And I feel like that's actually something we all are doing. Now, moving on from that. Another thing I would like to say is that I feel like this is a very good friend. I know this is very random, but this is the kind of best friend of many people. And this is also someone who may turn into your best friend. Besides being a lover, this person, one of the best things they can do is being a very loyal person, and a great friend, someone you can count on, someone who is reliable, someone who you can enjoy time with, okay? Not only serious things, but also just be happy with. Let me see. I would like to get more information. Who is your next significant romantic soulmate? Let's see. I wasn't ready. Okay. Who is this person? Let's see. Who is this person? Oh my goodness. Too many cards. Let me make sure. All right. Okay. Who is this person? Okay. Oops. The first card we have is a take a reality check. And look at that. The second card is leave the past behind. Obviously a confirmation big time, right? And by the way, both of these cards are Capricorn. Earthy energy coming through here, which actually doesn't surprise me because I do feel like this is someone who's very grounded. Like, if we talk about their Manipura, okay, like their first chakra, it's definitely very secure. This is someone who yeah, definitely makes also a lot of sense with the fear aspect we've talked about. This is someone who doesn't allow fear to mess with them. They acknowledge fear, and of course fear to some extent is there to make sure we survive, right? It's a survival mechanism as well. But the kind of fears we daily are bombarded with, okay, they have nothing to do with survival anymore. This has become a state of being, like constantly being fearful And of course, being stressed out, okay? And as we all know, stress is the mother of all diseases, and it's definitely not a state of being you should be in, okay? Because it not only lowers your vibration, it just creates so much more crap. Like, I can talk about fear and stress like for hours. But of course, this person acknowledged when, you know, certain fears come through, and there is also a reason for it. They're justified, right? But they won't allow unnecessarily drama to take over. That's really the thing here. And I feel like, especially in the past, as I have already said, this person has gone through transformation and they don't want to go back to what they used to be. They maybe used to be someone who was really fearful or someone who always thought about the past. This is not history that they want to repeat. Absolutely not. They see all the things they have done and they want to be better than that. So they're very mindful of letting things to die off, okay, which are not a part of them anymore. And that has definitely something to do with the past energies. And with take a reality check, this is for me first of all, it's showing me that, as I've already said, this person comes through as very grounded. They see things as they are. This may not be so much a daydreamer, but so much someone who, you know, when they want to do something, they do it in a very practical way. And it's not like this person is not open. They are open. They're for sure. They are pretty open, but they like to put their feet on the ground, you know? That's something very important for them. Like talking about Manipura, once again, they are firmly grounded in the soil, you know, like thinking about roots, right? For the root chakra, their roots are definitely very strong. And there is not a lot which can break those roots or shake them. Because their foundation, as the Manipura is very solid. And not only in a physical sense, but as an example, they're like when we say foundation, some people may think about not makeup. Some may do, but what I mean is like, let's say financial foundation, right? Like being secure. For them, it's not only the physical foundation or security, but it's within ourselves. Because if we are from within secure in who we are, then the outside won't be able to shake us, because the strength comes within. Even if there is a chaos or turmoil with outside, if there's this stillness or if there's this power within, yeah, that's really where strength lays. That's where they empower themselves. That's how I would say it. Yeah. So, my dear pile 2, this is all I have for you. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, my dear. And also, I invite you to like and subscribe if you haven't done so far. If you subscribe, my dear, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not even get a notification when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. By the way, I haven't done a candle wax reading in such a long time. I definitely have to do that again. Also, my dear, if you're interested or you're curious when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to also join us on Instagram, I also invite you there as well. You will find the Instagram link in the description box. Having said that, my dear pal 2, as always, I am sending you much love and much positive energy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see who is your next significant romantic soulmate. Now with you guys, my dear pal 3, I felt like doing it a little bit different. For pal 1 and 2, I first got tarot and then oracle cards. But what I feel like doing for you is first get a few oracle cards and then get you more tarot. So let's start with that. Let's see, for my dear pile 3, let's first get you some oracle cards. Who's your next significant romantic soulmate? For my dear pile 3. Okay, oops. The first card we have is lighten up. I'm gonna get you 4 cards. Interesting. We also have step up and lead. Okay. For my dear pile 3. Ooh. Okay. We have reveal what needs to be seen. Now let's get you one last card. For my dear pile 3, who's your next significant romantic soulmate? Okay. And we got the card Think It Through. All right, my dear pile 3. So let's start. First of all, what I'm seeing here is that I feel like this is someone who in life doesn't hold back. And that gets expressed in different ways. Let me start with the first thing that I feel. First of all, I feel like this is the kind of person who will speak their truth no matter what. Very often people may get intimidated when they are, let's say, between people who have a different opinion to them. Some people may feel like not saying what they actually feel or what they actually think because the majority of people may have a different opinion, let's say. This person, they are not scared to be the odd one or be the one who comes with a different approach. They're not scared to go the unconventional path or do something others don't understand. For them, the highest value is truth and being truthful to yourself. You know, there's this quote which goes something like, speaking your truth even like when your voice shakes. That's the kind of approach this person has, but literally with everything in life. For them, it's important to do what we find is right. And yes, maybe there will be people who won't understand it. It could be parents, it could be friends, it could be even a partner. But it's important that we are who we came here to be. And that's actually so powerful. And that doesn't surprise me that we have the step up and lead card here, because that shows that this person is not scared to to create or to go on a new journey, you know, and they are not a follower, they are the one who leads. This person could have gone on a journey alone, and people may have been very skeptical about it. But it's funny because they've shown, okay, how much they can do and how much they can bring to life, how much they can create. And I feel like this person always, like, people are so in awe with them. And other people actually become followers, you know? That's just like so ironical because very often people thought that this person, let's just say, wouldn't make it big, and they thought that the way they go is the right and not the way this person goes. But it was actually the complete opposite. This person went with their own feeling, with their own intuition, and they became successful. Let me see. This is in general a natural leader, you know, someone who doesn't go with the crowd, but someone who goes with what is right to them. And if we look at this energy, that's not something which is easy, right? I mean, this person is okay with the fact that people may not understand what they're doing, people may not understand them in general. That doesn't make them, you know, for them, it's just all about you. It is great to come across people who will support your ideas or will support the vision that you have. But if you come across no sayers, that just says, or that may be their view on that, okay? They feel like no sayers just are coming from a limited perspective or from a limited view regarding things. That doesn't mean you can't do it. It's just that in their mind, they couldn't do it. So they just assume that you won't be able to do it as well, you know? So I feel like no matter how many people have tried to talk them out, where exactly that, the no sayers, no one was able to hold them back because this is someone who believes in themselves, okay? They trust in who they are, they trust in the journey. I also feel like this person trusts in maybe some kind of higher power. It could even just be in life. They trust that life will support them and that they are never really alone. You know, they are a believer, especially in themselves. They believe in their skills, they believe in what they are capable of. Even if they are not who they want to be yet, they still understand that the first step needs to be taken today, right? And yeah, it doesn't intimidate them. I don't feel like there are a lot of things that actually intimidate this person. No, absolutely not. And you need to know that it's not like this person is a dreamer who dreams big but doesn't do anything about it. No, this person takes action. In fact, I feel like this is more so someone who's action oriented, also with think it through. You know, when people see them do something, they may think it's random. Let's just say this person goes to someone and says, okay, yeah, I want to do that. It may come pretty unexpected because this person is not the kind of person who shares their business all over, especially because they know mostly people will act negatively to great ideas. That may be something they literally say. So people may get surprised or shocked with the ideas or the things this person would like to accomplish. And they may think, yeah, this person's just talking. But they're not talking. They never just talk. What those people don't know is that this person has thought this through every single step, okay? And they are actually already in the making of it. So all I can really say is that this is someone who can make it really big in life. Now, when I say they can make it big in life, of course it depends on what they want. This could be someone who wants conventional or like the modern day success, you know, that is being promoted. This could be what they want, but they may also want something totally different. Maybe to them success is not determined on how many cars you have, but how many things you have accomplished on a personal level, right? So it really depends on what success is for them. And I feel like at the end of the day, for them, it's important to be satisfied with who we are. They want to be true to who they are. And if people don't like it, that's not their problem. Not at all. I feel like I am really stepping into this person's energy. Yeah, they couldn't care less. This is literally the kind of person who doesn't care at all what people think of them. Don't understand me wrong. Of course, they care about people's opinion who are dear to them. Of course, they care about their loved ones. But that's totally different, right? Getting critics or criticism from your loved ones is different than from haters who don't want to see you thrive, right? And of course, they can make this difference. And when I say they don't care about people's opinions, it's about the people who are not a part of their life. Let's say if a parent has some kind of idea that they would want to share with this person, of course they're receptive to it. But if someone comes into their life and talks them out of everything they want to create for themselves because they just don't believe in them, that's totally different. Because for them, they make the rules and they choose for themselves what they can accomplish in life, not an outsider. All right? So I feel like in general, they are very optimistic. This is the kind of person who will see the glass half full, as I always like to say. And they're just not scared, you know? They're not scared. Like, okay, this is like so weird, but if this person was a dog, they would be a Doberman because they're fearful, like less, you know, they're fearless. They're very confident, like they have so much potential, okay? They're intelligent and they can be shaped in a very beautiful way. They can accomplish a lot, you know? I'm sorry, I don't know why, but that was just something very random I wanted to say here. But of course, like, not literally, you know what I mean. It's not a lot that, like, fears them. I'm sorry, or makes them afraid, better to say. But let's get a little bit more information. I would like to dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more tarot. By the way, you guys chose, let me come a little bit closer. You guys chose the Star card, right? And I feel like this is the kind of person who will, in their life, actually achieve dreams and wishes. This is the kind of person who people will look at and say, wow, this person has actually made their dreams a reality. That's really something I'm feeling here. Because they're not scared. They're not scared to fail. Even if they have to fail 10 times, they can still try 11 times, right? And other people will not come in their way. This is something this person stands for. They will not allow other people to come in their way. So let's see. For my dear pile 3. The first card we have is the Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness, look at that. The Star card came through for you. Beautiful. The Empress. All right. Is it just me or is the light weird? I feel like it gets darker and lighter. So let's see. We have the Tower. All right. Too many cards. For my dear pile 3, yeah, there it is, the King of Wands. The 7 of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Let's get one last card. And we have the 5 of Swords. All right, so my dear pile 3. Where should I start? That's really the question here. So first of all, as I already said, this is a go-getter. actually, with the King of Wands being here, the King of Wands is such a powerful archetype in the sense that, if we put the King of Wands into a, let's say, career related thing, this would be the kind of businessman. This would be the kind of businesswoman. This would be the person who approaches their work with passion, with fire, with determination, with motivation. Someone who wants to grasp or someone who wants to achieve the highest, right? This person has a lot of energy. They really do. And a lot of motivation they have comes from the fact that whatever they're doing is what fulfills them. And that's actually very understandable, because when we love what we do, when we are passionate about what we do, the way we go about it is so different in comparison to putting our energy into something that doesn't fulfill us at all, right? And I feel like this person is willing to do what it takes. If it means they have to work extra, they will do it. If it means they have to sacrifice their sleep, they will do it. If it means that they can't go out with their friends for a few time, like they can't go out on the weekend, let's say, because they have to work, they will do it. They're so determined, they're goal oriented, but they understand that the journey is actually what it's all about. I feel like this is actually something which will impress you a lot, the passion that this person lives by. And it's really what they are, or this is who they are, not only when it comes to their work, it's definitely a way it's being expressed, but just in general. This person, when they go about something, it may even be a relationship, I feel like they're very passionate. They're the passionate lover, kind of, As well, another thing I would like you to know is that I feel like this person, they're also very attractive. You're going to find them very attractive as well. They are also someone who, I feel like they're almost prepared for every possibility. Like with the Tower card, the light is really weird. With the Tower card being here, I really feel like, and we talk about unexpected things coming their way, they're almost always prepared for things. They're prepared for some kind of emergency. They're prepared for different scenarios. This is someone who definitely thinks things through. This may even be someone who wants to have multiple streams of income, who wants to have multiple businesses, let's say one online, one physical. So they always have an option. I feel like this is someone who wants to keep their options open when it comes to their life. Because maybe they used to be in a place in which they didn't have that, okay? They couldn't choose. So what they want now, what kind of life they want to create for themselves now, is one in which they can choose for themselves. And if we think about it, what does that mean? That's freedom, right? When we can choose, that's another expression of being free. Someone who can't choose, they're not as free, right? And I feel like that's what abundance for them is as well. It's the freedom that comes with us choosing our life, choosing for ourselves, taking a day off. That's freedom. That's abundance. If you don't have to work 24/7, if you also can take a day off, this person is working towards that kind of lifestyle. Yes, maybe right now they can't take a day off, but they are working towards a future in which they can, because they feel secure enough, they can afford it for themselves. Okay, I hope I can explain this the best way possible here. Let me see. But this is also someone who likes to help others, you know? Like when they do big things, or when they make it big, better to say, it's not only for their own benefit, it's also so others can profit off of it. This is not someone who's greedy, or, you know, I've talked about the leader thing. A true leader doesn't just do things for themselves. They also think about others, right? Because that's the thing. What are they leading? They're leading other people. So a true leader is self-responsible, but also aware of the responsibilities they have towards others. And this person doesn't only want to create a good life for themselves, but also for others, people they care about, okay? People that they may come across in the future and they could help. If they want children, if you want children, you know, just in general, for future generations, right? If this person may become a long-term partner, I just feel like they always think about things outside of them as well. So they don't only care about their own well-being, but they care about others' well-being as well. You see the difference? They don't care about people's opinions, but they care about the people who they could reach in a positive way. And I think this is the main thing. This person cares about the positivity that we can share with others, and the help that we can share with others. Yeah. That's actually a very beautiful energy. This is the kind of person that you can go to if you need help in very difficult, okay, circumstances. Because it won't shock them. They will still have a cool mind, you know, they will definitely approach things with calmness. And in this calmness also is strength. Let me see, I feel like getting 2 more cards for my dear. Oops, how many do we have? No, 2 more. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups. All right, let's get you 1 more card. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So first of all, with the 6 of Cups being here, the first thing I heard was soulmate. This is the confirmation. This is your soulmate. And I feel like you guys will feel it, you know? You will feel that you're sharing this beautiful connection with each other. And it will feel very light-hearted as well. The 6 of Cups is a very gentle energy. And also with the Page of Pentacles being here, the Page of Pentacles for me is a card of like slow and steady, approaching something slowly but secure. And I feel like this is also the way this person will approach your relationship. You may take it slow, but you build firm foundation. Okay? Let me see. I feel like this person's love language could be gift giving, or like great quality time. Okay, that's another thing I'm seeing here. Is there anything else? I heard that they will also encourage you to speak your truth, or to stand in your own truth if you haven't done so far. You know, maybe someone sometimes has problems with saying what they feel because of some restrictions, okay? But this person will help you to speak your mind truthfully. even if other people will not understand it. Again, for them, the highest thing is truth. And I feel like they will influence you as well with that. Yeah. So, my dear pile 3, this is actually all I have for you. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And also, if you haven't done so far, I invite you to like and subscribe. My dear, if you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not know when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to also connect with me on Instagram, I invite you there as well. You will find my Instagram link in the description box. But yeah, my dear pal 3, take care, my love.